Ladies and gentlemen, the giant part of the NWO. Ted DiBiase, apparently a part of the NWO. But
well, he's not getting in that car for nothing.
You know, and I need to say this. When Fall Brawl hits the airwaves this coming Sunday, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, we still do not know who the NWO will have as its fourth man. Hulk Hogan said 5, 6, 7. There's more plans for more people. The Giants already wrestling. We've talked about it earlier. The Giants wrestling the Macho Man Randy Savage. I don't think the Giants going to be in the cage. I don't think he'll wrestle twice.
You don't know, though. Are they going to wait till bell time to surprise this on us?
I think they will.
You know, and I bet only 3 will show up, and you'll see the other 4, 5, or 6 later on down the line that evening. I mean, well, yeah, you don't know. Now you got humanoid fans carrying NWO signs.
You know, well, I would agree with you on that one.
That means a no wrestling organization. They haven't shown any wrestling. They're good with ball bats and throwing people in the trailers and spray paint stuff.
That's right.
Looks like an alien. Look at him.
Well, he is a wrestler. He is the cruiserweight champion of the world, Rey Mysterio Jr.
Oh, look at the haircut on him. You sure that's not Kenny Moore?
Yes, I'm sure.
She's a lot prettier.
Yes, she is. And a lot bigger.
More attractive.
Yes, she is. Okay, here we go. Rey Mysterio Jr. and Pat Tanaka. Rey Mysterio Jr. to face one of his real arch enemies in Super Calo in a match that will come your way at Fall Brawl this Sunday for the Cruiserweight Championship. Super Calo, by the way, will make his worldwide debut, we understand, next week. But Rey Mysterio Jr. is a man who is ruling the Cruiserweight scene, and a man who I really think, based on the way he can perform in the ring, is really, and all the athletes go into this, but he's the centerpiece, making this Cruiserweight division what it is, Frank. So excited.
I think he's going to set the standard for the year 2000. I think his ability in the ring, the things he does, the young people coming up are going to copy this man, and you're going to see more people doing this stuff. Not as good, maybe, but they're going to try. And this Pat Tanaka, oh!
The high-risk maneuver.
This Pat Tanaka can take you out.
Yes, he can. From Rey Mysterio Jr., the young man, we understand, in his early 20s, but the man who wrestles like a veteran. And he hurt him. This is why it's a high-risk maneuver. You can hurt yourself as well as your opponent, but he's back in the ring.
He hurt himself. Look what he goes for. No!
He went for a flying head scissors, and Tanaka turned it into an awesome power bomb.
Wow! See, don't ever sell this Pat Tanaka short.
That's right.
Second generation. His father, the great Duke Kiwamuka, master of the claw hold.
Into the corner, or into the ropes, and a pickup spins him.
Oh!
Mysterio landed on his feet, but then paid the price from Pat Tanaka.
Don't waste your time with him, Mr. Tanaka. Kick his head off.
Wow. A side kick. 1, 2, and Mysterio gets out.
Everybody's talking about Nick Patrick. That was a slow count there.
Randy Eller, but it's a consistent count.
So if he's consistently bad, we go along with it instead of dumping him.
Well, yes, you do.
No, you don't. You hire better officials.
Rey Mysterio with a Frankenstein.
He got him.
Middle 1, 2, and a 3. Oh, my goodness.
Boy, did he have him wrapped up. But he's hurt Mysterio Jr.
Yes, he is. The weekend of Fall Brawl, Rey Mysterio Jr. wins again. And this is going to be our Pep Boys Power Pin of the Week. Where they love him, don't they? They're excited about the Cruiserweight champ of the world. Let's take a look at the Power Pin, Brain.
Glad to. You know, Mysterio is so fast, so agile. He's very hard to beat. And he's wounded here, and he still comes off that top rope on Tanaka. Looks like he may have jammed an ankle there or a knee. Look at this. Tanaka just has nothing he can do about it. He's just in deep, deep trouble.
Pep Boys, America's Automotive Super Center, bringing you the Power Pin of the Week. Back with more on Worldwide after this timeout. The Superstars of World Championship Wrestling will be coming to the Cow Palace in San Francisco next Sunday. Just a few moments, we'll be talking more about that big event. Super Brawl is coming up next Sunday. You know, we saw earlier in this program, Brain, a young man, Billy Kidman, in the Cruiserweight division with a big win over a heavyweight. We're going to see 2 great Cruiserweights going at it here. Chavo Jr. and Rey Mysterio Jr.
Well, you know, every time you watch Rey Mysterio or any of the Guerreros, you think you've seen it all. But they come up with something different all the time. Watch, you'll see something you never saw before.
Fans want to remind you as Rey Mysterio Jr. makes his way in, the top superstars of World Championship Wrestling. If you live in the Bay Area, San Francisco, tickets, a limited number of tickets are still available at the Cow Palace box office and all Bass ticket outlets for Super Brawl next Sunday. If you live in Sacramento, the very next day will be the Arco Arena. That's Monday, February 24th for WCW Monday Nitro. Tickets available at the box office and all Bass ticket outlets. Get your tickets in a hurry.
Very quick, very fast man there. Tremendous balance, like a cat. Rey Mysterio Jr. Ugly as sin, though.
How do you know? You've never...
Where's the mask?
So, he could be good-looking. And
good-looking, you don't want to show your much.
No, if you're good-looking, you want to be incognito so the ladies don't... You know what I'm saying? Well, you wouldn't know anything about being handsome. Hammerlock now by Chavo Jr.
I beg your pardon.
Side headlock. Two men know each other quite well. Chavo, great second-generation superstar, and a young man whose brothers, or actually his uncle and his father still in the sport. Two uncles. Leg sweep, cover. Look at this. Here's a case of two men, double kip up that time, two men trying to win a match early on.
Well, you don't get paid by the hour in there, you know. You get paid by the win. And that's what you want. Don't waste your time.
You know how long it's, speaking of hour, you know how long it's been since we have seen two wrestlers go a 60-minute time limit draw? I mean, I think you can attribute that to the fact that the athletes are getting better now.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You know, years ago, a 250-pound man was a big guy.
Yes.
Now a 320-pound man is an average guy.
Yes.
And the speed, the conditioning, the diet, I mean, it's a whole different sport now.
It's a whole different sport. Thus, the offense is greater. And thus, the chance of you losing a match greater in a shorter span.
Well, look at Malenko. He's held the Cruiser Championship now 3 times.
Yes, he has.
In what, an hour and a half?
Reverse chinlock. I think there's a knock on D. Malenko in there somewhere. Side headlock takeover.
No, I just meant things happen that quick here at WCW.
I understand. Chavo back to a side headlock. Jimmy Jett is the referee. Calls a 2 count that time. Ladies and gentlemen, still to come. Faces of Fear, Arn Anderson, Chris Benoit. 1 week out now from Super Brawl 7. If you go back over the past 6 years of Super Brawl, we've had some classic matchups for the world title, some debuts of top superstars, but the 1997 version, Super Brawl 7, truly the best ever. Drop toe hold by Mysterio.
And what history in that business, that building, the Cow Palace.
No question.
I mean, the likes of the late and great, a man I used to manage, Ray Stevens. I mean, Pepper Gomez, Kenji Shibuya. I mean, they all were there at the Cow Palace.
Legendary building in our sport. And you know, what makes this event so big, Brain, is the fact that of all the great events they've had in the Cow Palace in pro wrestling, they have never had a wrestling pay-per-view spectacular from there. This will be the very first one.
And they've never had Hogan defending his title after coming off a loss to Roddy Piper. And they were camped out there, you know, nights before.
Yes, they were.
Went on sale at the Cow Palace.
So we look forward to seeing you there. Pick up. Oh, great move. Spinning backbreaker. That time by Chavo Jr.
Yeah, I'm surprised Chavo didn't go for a cover here. He knows better than that.
Chavo now employing a little bit different strategy. And as the cruiserweights will do, they love to live up top. And now Chavo Jr. is up on the top turnbuckle here.
Too much time.
How about that? A spinning twist that time. 1, 2. 2 counts as Jimmy Jett.
I thought it was a little too much time, but obviously Mysterio's a little bit wounded here. Now, who is his uncle? Guerrero.
Guerrero?
Yeah.
Well, his uncle is Eddie.
Eddie, yeah.
And Hector.
And Wabamba Guerrero.
No. His father is Chavo Sr., of course. And,
no, that's Eddie's nickname, Wabamba.
No, it's not.
It is.
Look at this counter move. 1, 2, and 3, and he beat him.
He got him.
We have seen that roll-up press by Mysterio before, but never out of a move like that, out of an attempted backslide by Chavo Jr. Rey Mysterio Jr. garners a win. He continues to win. here in WCW. Fans love him, and why not? This man is nothing less than a sensation and one of the nicest young men that you'll ever find in this sport. Well, you can say that about both of them.
Tony.
Rey Mysterio Jr.
Put a sock in it. Tired of hearing about you fan clubbing for the Guerreros. Mysterio comes off that top rope. Look at this move. Turns around completely on the man. But look, rolls him up, small package him, and I mean a real small package. There's nowhere to go for the 1, 2, 3. Then he immediately cuts off your air. You lose your oxygen. You just can't kick your way out of it. There's your winner, Rey Mysterio Jr.
Coming back with Alex Wright, but right now we invite you to listen to this.
La 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 mama.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a one-fall contest. Introducing first, from Tijuana, Mexico, Ciclope!
Ciclope is the first man to make his way to the ring here, and
He's only got one eye, don't he?
no, his mask has one eye. He has two. And he's got a tongue. Hey!
And 7 or 8 horns. I wouldn't go outdoors during elk season.
I don't think there's elk season in Mexico, actually. Hey, here comes the real champ. One of the greatest of all time, as we go back to Dave Pinzer.
His opponent, also from Tijuana, Mexico, Rey Mysterio Jr.
Rey Mysterio Jr., young man who has battled back from repeated knee injuries, and I tell you, you're talking about a man very, very young, but a veteran, who lives and dies by the high-risk maneuver. He actually sacrifices his body with variations of suicide dives, and his knees and his legs have undergone tremendous amounts of punishment over the past couple of years, but hey, he's back in there once again.
Now, you know, they say he never complains. So the guy never complains.
No, he doesn't.
You should complain. You got banged up.
He's a great young man, and it's great to have him for the second week in a row here on Worldwide Wrestling.
And in his short career, he's been banged up a lot.
Yes, he
so
has.
it shows you what he does in that ring. Like you just said, Shimani, he'll take any chance.
Ciclope, his opponent, Ciclope outweighs him by about 35 pounds, maybe 40 pounds here. He's grabbing the eye.
He's got his both hands in his eye.
Yes, he does. Actually, it's on his mask, fans. You know that, and I know that, but maybe by the end of the match, Brain will realize that as well. Full-arm dragon twist. Jimmy Jet, the referee, checking in, and Mysterio, you know, this has always been not always been, but many times been a game plan of Mysterio's to try to ground him first. Work on the body, grind him down to the mat, and then go to the high-risk maneuvers to dazzle him near the end of the match.
Well, it makes him more vulnerable, too. He's not expecting that. He thinks you're going to mat wrestle him. So his strategy changes. He goes that route, then you double-cross him. Look at this.
Look at this. Mysterio shrugged off by Ciclope. And Ciclope to the attack once again. Ladies and gentlemen, as he picks him up here and drops him on his head, let's remind you that you still have a chance at the 11th hour here. As we get a cover, no, 2 count. To join us for Hogan Piper 2, this time for the world title. It is this Sunday. It is only on pay-per-view from the Cow Palace in San Francisco. Truly, Brain, the biggest night in the history of our sport comes up this Sunday.
Whoa, look at that. That's right, Shimani. You know, a lot of history in that building. Look at...
Oh, my goodness.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if we have a new champion.
Hulk Hogan could fall to Piper, but I feel that the NWO will be ready as never before. They've attempted so many dirty tricks, so many times to stop the match, but to no avail. The match is on. And Hogan and Piper for the world title this coming Sunday. There's many people out there, Brain, unlike yourself, that feel that Piper cannot beat him 2 times in a row.
Well, that makes sense, too. But you have to understand what happened here. You involved Piper's son.
Yeah.
You embarrassed this man in front of his family.
Oh, he caught him.
And I'm not sure what Piper's going to do, but he's not going to let you get away with it.
Drop kick to the midsection.
How could he hurt Hogan the most?
DDT. By taking the world title away from him.
And beating him twice in a row.
Yes.
And it can happen.
Putting his shoulders down with a 1, 2, 3. Remember last time it was a sleeper hold.
Yeah, Piper was smart. He didn't go at the strength of Hogan. Hogan's bigger than him. Hogan's stronger than him. He's got the experience like Piper does in that ring. He's been a world champion for years. He's been all over the world. But just something about Piper that when you count the guy out, he's there.
Let's go, Ray, is the champ of the fans here. Rey Mysterio has proved himself a top contender to the Cruiserweight Championship. Also a top contender to Lord Steven Regal's World Television Championship as well. And he'll be going get a shot for that World Television title very, very soon.
This guy with the one headlight's a pretty big guy.
Got a 2 count.
I mean, he's twice the size of Mysterio.
Well, you know, Mysterio knows each and every match he goes into, he has a disadvantage. He is always the smallest. And he's out. Oh my goodness, the ropes held him back in.
Like a dart.
So Mysterio, throughout his career, has realized, hey, I've got to battle bigger men every time I go in the ring. But he has been able to combat that. He has been able to use his quickness and use his perseverance to continue his winning ways each and every week. The top superstars from Mexico are in World Championship Wrestling. Nowhere else. You see him here each and every week. And the chant of Let's Go Ray. Great crowd on hand here at the Worldwide Arena. It's good to have you with us wherever you are, and I know fans are waiting on this Sunday. What a weekend, what a Sunday it's going to be. Mysterio battles through, forearm shot, head of steam, Ray Jr. ducks, and backflip. Oh, nicely done. Got a 2 count, almost beat him that time.
There's still a lot of fight left in the guy with one eye.
Yes, there is. Oh, boy, is there ever. Oh, bomb. Oh, and may have knocked him out.
Here.
It is not over yet. Wow, how did he get out of that brain?
He barely got out of that, Tony. Barely got out of that. He was lucky. Hate to see what would have happened if Nick Patrick would have been the referee there.
Yeah, hey, Nick Patrick is not a referee. Don't even use the words referee and Nick Patrick in the same sentence. Nick Patrick is a con man, a liar, a sneak, a cheat, a turncoat, a lowlife. And I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Nick Patrick.
No. I was just going to thank you.
A reverse chin lock.
Bend that head. This may not look painful to you people out there, but I'll tell you, Mysterio is resisting it. The more he resists, the more it hurts on the sides of your neck. That's a painful maneuver.
And Jimmy Jett, who is a top referee, and Nick Patrick ought to be watching this for a little education on how to referee. Jimmy Jett realizing it was a chokehold, called for the break, and Ciclope delivered over the break, and here we go. Look at this. Oh, wow. How many times can he drop the man on his head before he goes out? 1, 2.
Well, you know, it's so much neck damage. He could break his neck at any given time. Those vertebrae have to all be just jammed in there.
How about concussions, Brain? You know, we hear so much about the quarterbacks in the NFL and the concussions they go through. What about wrestlers who are dropped on their head all the time?
Well, now there's a difference there. You know, you got all those team doctors with the NFL. And,
slitting face first.
Shades of Pete Rose.
You're not kidding.
Watch this.
Here he goes. Mysterio. Put the brakes on. Ciclope. Couldn't combat that one, and they hit the concrete on the near side here, right at our feet.
You know, Mysterio could never be put in prison. He just jump over the wall. You couldn't keep him in. You couldn't let him out in the yard. Well, what was I saying?
I don't know. I don't follow you many times.
Well, you asked me something, and I got all turned around with all these high-risk maneuvers off the top.
Down, rolls him up, 1, 2, 3.
He got him. No, I was talking about concussion. That's what it was.
And you apparently had one in the midst there because you forgot what you were saying.
Well, I've been hit in the head before.
But boy, have you ever.
Well, you don't know her. It's none of your business.
I can see, I can tell.
I'll tell you one thing. A lot of wrestlers have concussions and won't even tell anybody.
It is time for our Valvoline replay. Valvoline used by top mechanics. People who know use Valvoline. Brain, you only one you, it's all yours.
You think uses Valvoline heart surgeons? Take a look here at Rey Mysterio Jr. He's so quick, so agile. catches him right in the chops with that back kick. Ducks the clothesline off the second rope, just leaps in the air like a cat, just like a Siamese cat. Off the ropes, up and down. Tough man for his size, very tough man, taking a tremendous beating. But look at this. He's got the man with one eye all hooked up. The man's not going anyplace. There's your winner from south of the border, Tijuana. Your winner right here and contender for the Cruiserweight, Rey Mysterio Jr. Amigo.
This is a big moment for us. This is great to have Rey Mysterio Jr. on WCW Worldwide Wrestling. Our fans in Southern California following his career.
He's going to be on the big card out there at the Great Western Forum on the 28th of June.
Yes, he is. As a matter of fact, that's in a couple of weeks. And our
that kid lost weight.
And you stop.
Sure used to fit him snug.
Our fans are coming out of the Great Western Forum. You know, Brain, we're all going to be out there. You're going to be there. I'm going to be there.
That's right.
We're going to try to prevent Lee Marshall from coming in the building, but that's a hard thing to do. Mike Tenay's going to be there. So there's Dave Heath. And so we look forward to seeing all of our fans on Saturday night, the 28th of June.
Look at the size difference here. Of course, he always gives away a lot, Mysterio.
Fans, we want to remind you that the Great American Bash pay-per-view is this Sunday. The event will originate from Moline, Illinois, at the Mark of the Quad, but the only way you can see this event is by making the appropriate telephone call right now. Call your local cable operator, satellite dish or mini dish provider, and join us for the Great American Bash. Ric Flair, Piper together against Hall and Nash, Savage Page Part 2, and much more. The Great American Bash this Sunday, the 15th of June, and only on pay-per-view.
I would say this guy's about a head and a half bigger than Mysterio. Maybe 100 pounds heavier too.
Mysterio, that was a great move, but he couldn't get back to his feet.
Oh! Big man, whoever he is.
Look at Mysterio. Agility, shoulder block.
But you know, he's got experience, Mysterio.
Oh, yes, he does.
And he'll take any kind of a chance.
And he took one right there, Brain.
Oh!
Oh, my goodness. That probably should be a disqualification. Did he throw him over the top rope?
I think he lost him. He slipped off. I'll tell you this, Mysterio's taking a beating over since the time he's been here at WCW. Probably had more ice on him than than you know what.
Then a chilled bottle of wine.
No, I was thinking more of a Zamboni.
A pickup. Yeah, this guy, Heath, is using his size advantage. And he's having a good match here. He's right.
If he's holding back a little here. You can't hold back with that guy, Mysterio.
Oh, boy. The bottom rope catapult that time.
My throat hurts, amigo.
Cover 1, 2. Sound effects supplied by the Brain.
That's what he's saying.
Amigo, my throat.
How long is it going to take you to come from your estate in Beverly Hills to the Great Western Forum in Inglewood on the 28th? Would you stop by the hotel and pick me up in your limousine?
Tony, there's no CAB written on the side of my car, pal. You're going to have to get there your best way. You see that thumb you got there? Yeah. Put it out in the curb. See what happens.
This thumb right here?
The longest thumb I've ever seen.
Look at our great fans on hand on WCW Worldwide Wrestling. Rey Mysterio has had to fight from behind here. And he's doing it again.
And he'll crush you, no doubt about that.
Mysterio.
There's a lot of fight in that package there, pal.
Well, you're not kidding. Where it comes from, I don't know. But a running lariat.
You know, this Heath, with a little more preparation, he could have had this match. I bet if he'd have known who his opponent was and prepared for it, because he's a big guy and he's taking it to him.
Yeah, he's wrestled a good match here, but he's been, as you said, Brain, very methodical.
You don't want to be too methodical with a guy like this. Now, you don't want to go up there or let Mysterio get up there. He's so quick. Wasting his time a little much.
That's going to change this match around.
Could change your weekend around.
Up on top is Mysterio. Oh! 1, 2.
He got him! A hard-fought win, no doubt about that.
Rey Mysterio Jr. proving once again that perseverance, determination, and heart wins out. Yes, you can. Go ahead. We'll talk to him later. And as we look at our fans appreciating what happened there, we go to the brain for our replay.
Mysterio goes up here on top. His opponent, Mr. Heath, turns around, takes him off over that top rope. Crash landing he didn't want to take. Referee position for the 1-2-3 count. Your winner, Rey Mysterio Jr.
Still to come, Public Enemy and Tag Team action, and Chris Jericho, La Parka. Right now, let's go to this. We expect a great matchup here. We are back on Worldwide, and as the minutes count down and the hours go by, we anticipate the biggest match ever. Alex Wright is a man who has been very, very angry about American rules and American wrestling and wanting to have European rules and rounds and wrestle the way that he grew up.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't either. And he wants that is to go back to Germany and wrestle there. But he doesn't have to worry about it here because he's going to wrestle one of the greats from Mexico, Rey Mysterio Jr. So forget American rules.
But over in Germany, they allow us to wrestle American rules, you know.
They do?
The WCW tours over there.
Okay.
Germany and Europe, we have our WCW rules.
All right.
We have some European rules you have to go by.
Well, Alex Wright is not a member of a German contingent touring the United States. He's a member of WCW. You wrestle by WCW rules, or you go back to Munich and do whatever you got to do.
I think you need a nap.
You think so? Well, you know, I'm tired of people trying to dictate things here in the United States. This is the greatest country in the world. This is the greatest wrestling organization in the world, WCW.
Hey, we elect all these morons that allow people to make these decisions. Not our fault. It is your fault, not my fault.
Oh, it's not your fault?
No.
Well, we're going to discuss this further. When we come back, Rey Mysterio Jr. and Alex Wright, comments from the brain. Stay with us. That is the bell, and this is the match. Alex Wright and Rey Mysterio Jr.
Oh, thank you. I thought I'd gone punchy.
You have. Nevertheless, the match is on the way here. I don't want to get into the political ramifications of wrestling in the United States versus wrestling in Germany, but I do want to let Alex Wright and his friends and family know that he signed to wrestle for WCW. Therefore, he must conform to our rules. You don't see Barry Bonds saying, I need 4 strikes, do you?
No, he asked for 5 originally.
Oh, he did. Thank you for that bit of information. Forget it. I'm not going to try to be logical with you ever again, okay? Only thing you and I can agree upon is that we want to see Sting beat Hogan. We want to see Larry Zbyszko stretch Eric Bischoff. Remember, knockouts count and submissions count as well. When Bret the Hitman Hart will be the special referee this Sunday.
Yeah, but I don't trust that. He told Eric, don't depend on me for any help.
Well, that's right. Good.
But can you believe him? They said he was NWO, Tony.
Yeah,
Before he ever came here, before we ever saw him, they said he is coming here. He is NWO. You saw him in the ring with Bischoff. Bischoff hit him with that $7.5 million statement.
You're thinking this may be a little charade, a little game played by the NWO to make us feel that, hey, we got it in the hip pocket now? That's a great point.
If I was Zbyszko, I'd be very, very careful.
It's this Sunday. Rey Mysterio Jr. rocks the head of Alex Wright. Forearm shots. You can see the size differential here, but I tell you, if you measure the hearts, Rey Mysterio's is as big or bigger than anyone's in our sport. He ducks low. He ducked again. He's so quick. Look at this. And Alex Wright catches the man in midair in a backbreaker across the knee.
That hurts.
Thank you. It sure does. It hurts.
With my medical knowledge, I can tell from this vantage point here that hurts. And that hurts worse.
Does it really?
I should go to John Hopkins.
Yeah, you should, and stay. And gonna pick him up again. Now this has got to. Oh! Does that hurt?
That hurts a lot.
Yeah. You add so much here sometimes.
I could be Phi Beta Kappa.
You surely are.
Just like that, and send me come lately.
And boy, they don't like his dancing, do they? Now you like his dancing.
I think he has kind of a European flair.
Good. He should dance over in Europe, and not here. Chokehold here. Using the ropes, Rey Mysterio Jr. Alex Wright needs to go back and check the records, check the videotapes, and realize you can choke the man, you can try to injure him, you can pound him down, but he's not going to quit. Here he goes again. Rolls up Alex Wright. No, didn't get him almost, though.
Oh!
How about that?
He's so quick. He doesn't look it right now, but you know he's that quick. But he has such great leverage where he'll cover you, and you think because he doesn't weigh 250 pounds, you can throw him up. It's the way he puts his weight and distributes it on your body. He's got a tremendous knowledge of wrestling and the human body.
Now, successful wrestlers have to know the pressure points, the parts of your body that are weak. They have to study. It's not just easy as to put on a pair of trunks and ring the bell and go out and try to take somebody down. You've got to really know your craft.
No doubt about that. There's a lot of slobs out there just because they said they went to a wrestling school and found out how to order a pair of boots and a pair of spandex. They think they're wrestlers. Well, try Mysterio on for size sometimes, gentlemen.
All those slobs are no longer wrestling for WCW. They're somewhere else. They don't last around here long. That's why this is where the big boys play. And we're talking about not only size, but heart. Rey Mysterio Jr. gets racked to the top turnbuckle by Alex Wright. That was just a escape move is all that was, to get the man off of it. But Alex Wright quickly goes back to the attack again.
Now this man, Alex Wright, you got to give him credit too. This man's in tremendous shape.
I can't deny that, and I know he's one of the finest wrestlers around the world.
And the caliber of wrestling has really changed here at WCW.
The athletes are better.
Oh, we've set the pace for everything.
And you look at our athletes, look at their body, look at their size, look at their demeanor.
You talk about just how much better they look. Look at Elizabeth. Look at Queen Deborah. Look at the Disco Girls.
What?
There's some beautiful people here at WCW.
You meant Nitro Girls.
Nitro Girls. What did I say?
Disco Girls.
You never seen Disco's Girls?
He's got girls?
Oh. Friday night in Brooklyn, you've never been with them?
Well, hang on. We were talking about the wrestlers. How did you get off on the girls?
I decided to change. I was tired of talking about the wrestlers. I don't have to talk about what you want to talk about.
Well,
you want to talk about it.
I want to talk about Starrcade because, the countdown is literally on now.
I'd like to talk about that,
You
too.
can still make the phone call all the way up until the 11th hour, make the call.
Oh!
Alex Wright drives the knee in. This is going to be a history-making night. This is going to be a night that you're going to want to probably record it and save for posterity, one that you'll be able to go back and say, I was a part of the biggest night in professional wrestling history.
And we only got a couple more minutes to tell you about it. So please, if you don't believe the brain and you think I'm just full of hot air and nothing but a no-good, lousy, cheating, conniving weasel.
Most people do, yeah.
Fine, then you can do that. I could care less. But you got to believe me on this one. This is going to be the greatest card you'll ever see. Hogan Sting.
Oh, good move. Alex Wright holding on to the ropes.
Bischoff, Zbyszko.
Remember, if Zbyszko wins, he'll get Scott Hall. It's sold out our next pay-per-view in January.
And if Bischoff wins, NWO gets Nitro.
Yep. And Bret the Hitman Hart will be the special referee.
That's right.
Giant and Nash, Battle of the Giants.
Flair,
who was supposed to be in that match. We found out just right before we went on the air. Ankle, no longer able to be in the match. And now we understand Diamond Dallas Page will take his place against Curt Hennig.
Like I was going to say, Flair, the importance in the...
I'm sure Flair will be there, injured or not.
Oh, I know. This card is Starrcade. For Ric Flair not to be there, you know how important this is. So you can't miss this. You can't miss this. You'll be part of history.
Alex Wright caught the man and showing a lot of power, muscling the man up to his shoulders. But he's rolled up. 1, 2. Alex Wright kicked away. We talked about the quickness of Rey Mysterio Jr. If you lose concentration for a split second, he'll pin you. He catches him again.
You know, he realizes he's not the biggest guy in the world. And he gets caught in a lot of predicaments he shouldn't. But he's always got another way out of it. He knows he could get caught. He knows this could happen. He really does use his head. That surprised me for a long time.
Mysterio pulling the ropes, and Alex Wright suffering the consequences.
This is a great match with a good, fast big man, and even a smaller, faster little man.
Hurricanrana from the top, he caught him!
got him!
And he pinned him! Now that was not the slickest Hurricanrana we've ever seen, but it worked.
His Karana was a little bit off, but he got him with the good Huda.
Yeah, very good. And you know, the fact is that the man was maybe a little bit too far into the ring for him to connect, but nevertheless, he adjusted almost in midair right there and came away with another sensational Rey Mysterio win there.
You got to get a look at this. Scoops him up from the side. Off that top rope. Underneath him. Hooks him. Grips one leg. Can't get the other leg, but that's good enough for the 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Rey Mysterio Jr. Happy New Year, Schiavone.
For the brain Bobby Heenan, I'm Tony Schiavone. Make the call. Join us this Sunday, and we'll see you at Starrcade. Next week on WCW Worldwide. And you never know. You never know on this program. Could happen. I know we've been really bucking for it. It could happen. They will get an appearance from the Nitro Girls to stop in and say hello.
Are they stopping by to say hi?
Yeah, they might. Do you have any connection that would get them here?
I may be able to get a few. You know, I do appearances with them on the road.
I know that recently our fans who watch our program in the Cincinnati, Ohio area saw that you and the Nitro Girls were at the Crown, where we had opening day ticket sales for an event coming up later this year. Have a good time?
They get your heart pumping, brother.
You have a good time.
I'll drink the fifth.
You'll plead the fifth.
I'll plead anything.
Yes.
Insanity.
Yes. You may know him as a living legend, but when it comes to the Nitro Girls...
Stop it.
Okay, Rey Mysterio Jr. and Psychosis to go one-on-one.
You can't help it. Look at just a sweet little thing.
They're gorgeous. Not only are they the most beautiful girls on cable TV, but they also are 7 of the nicest young ladies I've ever met. I mean,
they're way too nice. Makes you want to shower them with charge cards and things.
Oh boy,
I don't believe I said that.
you're really whacked out. See, I told you. All right, Rey Mysterio Jr. and Psychosis one-on-one in this matchup. Rey Mysterio Jr. battled back from reconstructive knee surgery.
Yeah, I tell you, it's not easy. Some of these guys come back way too soon from surgeries, even though if it's orthoscopic. Doctors tell you, yeah, you can walk in a couple months. And walking is one thing, but competing, I'd say I'd give it a good year before I'd ever come back. I mean, you've got to be 100%. Otherwise, you'll break it again.
Also, I want to let you know, fans, that next week, in addition to all the great stars, all the great matches that we're going to have, we are also going to have an update what went down at Road Wild this past weekend from Sturgis, South Dakota, including Jay Leno's debut in the wrestling ring. That's all coming up next week on Worldwide Wrestling. So if you relive the moments of Road Wild, you want to see what happened again, or if you happen to miss it, first of all, shame on you, but also we'll have a recap of what went down each match next week on Worldwide.
Hey, nice little hold here. Look how he puts the pressure behind the neck, pushing the head forward into the chest. If Rey Mysterio wasn't as, basically, small as he is, man with a big neck would be in trouble with a simple little hold like that. Rey's just small and flexible, can squirm out of predicaments I couldn't see a snake getting out of.
Psychosis biting the man on the fingers, as you can see, and kind of surprised that he's not working on the knee early on. He's working on the arm and the hand.
Well, that's not bad thinking, though, because Mysterio thought he would. He expected that. He'd expect Psychosis not to go for the knee. The game of chess.
Up and down. Wow, what force that was.
Oh, what a snap. And again, Rey gives away so much weight even to these guys that, with no meat on your bones, you feel every pounding you get.
Sure, and it's easy, and I say that not for me, but for the wrestlers, all of them, easy to throw Rey around because of his lack of size. But what he lacks in size, he makes up in heart. 1, 2, got a 2 count.
He squirmed out of it again. I mean, it's easy to throw him around, hard to catch him. So Rey's got to use his movement, and if he doesn't, he's in trouble.
Psychosis, I mean, very methodically now, try to butterfly up, but Rey.
Well, we blocked it. He's grabbing, put his hand behind his knees, trying to hold on, so Mysterio can't pick him up. Psychosis, him and a kid, he tried to break the hands there.
That was a good move by Rey Mysterio. He just actually blocked that attempt at either a power bomb or a pile driver, whatever it is. Whatever they pick up again here, once again. But he comes away with a great move. And then a running clothesline sent him down. That's a basic move, Larry. We see it so many times in this program. I mean, we even talk a lot of times as commentators. I know you as a wrestler that maybe they use the clothesline or the lariat too much, but most of them use it very effectively.
Yeah, a lot of them guys do. It's almost an easy way out sometimes. You know, years ago, the lariat was basically illegal because it jarred your neck so much, and guys were getting so many neck injuries. It was outlawed by state commissions, but since that's been lifted, you see a lot of guys using it. To me, it's a shortcut. It's a very painful, break your neck, rattle your brain shortcut.
We talk about Arn Anderson and his surgeries. I know that was from repeated clotheslines or pile drivers, anything that puts contusion on the neck and pressure on the vertebrae. Of course, it's a very vulnerable part of your body, and it amazes me that wrestlers don't have as many back injuries as they do. I mean, that obviously from the moves that we see, especially luchadors, the back, you would think, neck will be the first thing to go.
Yeah, well, backs are bad. Necks and knees are just easy targets. But tell you, people don't realize what condition. These guys are in the greatest condition of all athletes in the world. And they go. Football players are good for 10 seconds, and they all get in a huddle. Basketball players, every time you touch them with a finger, they all get 3 shots, take a break, have a cigar. Wrestling, it just goes till you win.
What about golfers? I mean, they just...
Oh, golf the best. The ball sits there and waits for you. You look good. Nitro girls carrying your bag. Just heaven.
You better watch yourself. You're going to give away a lot more than you need to on this program.
I already gave away a couple million. What's the difference?
Oh, are we having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's, look at Rey Mysterio blocking it now.
Yeah, Rey's a good blocker. He's a good technical wrestler. He just has to compensate for the size. There, he did it there, but again, not really big enough to take Psychosis high enough, fast enough to snap him over. That's why Psychosis was getting up.
Rey paid for that. A little bit too much time looking out, calling out of the fan.
Uh-oh.
And even Psychosis, oh my goodness, the guillotine leg drop. That could have broken his neck.
Yeah, he's just talking about necks. Well, that's one way.
And right now, Nick Patrick checking to see if there could be an injury here. I mean, that is so dangerous.
You know, I can't help thinking of Bagwell, because Bagwell broke his neck, was almost paralyzed, but...
1, 2, but he still kicks out. Can you believe that?
I just can't believe Bagwell makes such a light joke of that serious injury to turn it around on people. He even had me fooled. I thought he would see the light.
Well, let me tell you, let me give you a term that covers all, especially when it comes to Bagwell, and that is, once a meathead, always a meathead.
I wish I would have thought of that.
That's the way it is. You think an injury, you think seeing his career flash before his eyes was going to turn him around, make him a better guy? Not a chance. When you're a lowlife, you're going to stay a lowlife.
Hallelujah.
Duck the clothesline. Up pick, oh no! Now Rey Mysterio had the momentum and took him down with a head scissor takeover.
Yeah, that's one of his patented moves. I mean, he's great at that. Small guys can do those, but that's what Rey's got to keep doing. He's got to fancy Danham and move and kick and run and hack and there you go. Oh, wow. Just bent him in half.
That's what it did. I mean, the young man ran in, full throttle, dead sprint from the corner and ran right into the foot from Psychosis. Psychosis may be moments away from a big win here.
That's now or never, because, boy, Mysterio took a heck of a shot.
Mysterio trying to fight off, and he does. He pushes the man over the top turnbuckle.
That's a lucky break right there, the way Psychosis landed.
He's got him straddling the rope. My goodness. Oh, it's a run.
Over the rope.
1, 2. He wins it.
It's down. Boy, you can never count little Rey out of there, I'll tell you that.
He turned a mistake by Psychosis into a win, and the fans, they're good looking. The fans love it here at Universal Studios, Florida.
What's that saying? His armpit there.
I
couldn't read it.
I don't read armpits.
I don't read them either. It was just there.
Of course it was. Here it is.
I tell you, Psychosis gave a hell of a shot. Mysterio finally used that movement. Hard man to pin and squirm out of predicaments right here. I thought Psychosis had him. Mysterio was kind of lucky. His neck slipped off that rope in time. Moves like this is what took Mysterio not only into popularity, but to many circles of victory. And Psychosis landing in the soft spot led to a victory here for Rey Mysterio. He's lucked out.
Ladies and gentlemen, next week, a complete rundown of what happened at Worldwide with the living legend Larry Zbyszko and Stagger Lee Armstrong, Tony Schiavone. See you next week on Worldwide Wrestling. Back we are for action, and still to come the British Bulldog and Jim the Anvil Neidhart against Public Enemy in our tag team feature bout. Scott Armstrong will make his way out. He'll face Rey Mysterio Jr. in this one-on-one matchup on Worldwide Wrestling. Well, old cliche is, I'm going to use it here, the countdown is on. It literally is. We're at the end of the month of August. The 13th day of September will bring out War Games, 2 rings, the closed cage, a little bit different rules, 3 teams this year. 1 man will be the winner, and that 1 man who survived, as you said earlier, Larry, will go on now to Halloween Havoc in October in Las Vegas to face Goldberg for the world title. So, you got to go for the most dangerous match 1 month to face the most dangerous man the next month. Not an easy road for the winner of War Games.
Well, it's not an easy road being a professional wrestler, period, but to get to that top level, to get to the goal, I mean, it is the hardest road in life. You can't imagine the pain and the suffering and the politics. To survive War Games will bring the cream to the crop.
Look at this.
Or the cream to the top.
Yes, I understand.
I think
I'm
affected by the curse of the Armstrong.
I believe. I understand any way you want to say it. I know what you mean. Look at Rey Mysterio. I was looking at the physique of Rey Mysterio. I've never seen him look so good. Look at the upper body. He's so powerful.
I tell him he's in great shape. I mean, Rey's only problem physically is he's small and he gives away a lot of weight. Even a guy, like Scott Armstrong is probably about 230, which is a small wrestler. I mean, Rey is small, but tell you, I've never seen anybody move like him, squirm out of predicaments, and this man just does not get tired. He just does not get tired.
Rey Mysterio, truly, and when it's all said and done in his career, he'll be regarded as one of the greatest luchadors of all time. And I don't know if you can put him in the same class as Emil Mascaras right now, but I'm sure, as the clothesline was missed there, I'm sure one day it'll be thought of in that same vein.
Yeah, he could be. Emil Mascaras was one of the first of the old Mexican legends out there, but this man could easily replace him. Plus, human nature, I mean, you always have sympathy and root for the little guy. You can't help it. It's something in our hormones or whatever, but Rey Mysterio can sure make his size seem twice as big than he is.
Yeah, you can cheer for him because of his size, but don't call him an underdog. The man has been a champion over and over again in this sport.
No, he's too good.
Look how quick he is.
Could you imagine if he was 280, he can move like that? But that's the point. Men 280 can't move like this.
Guillotine leg drop. He was so quick, slid underneath. Chipped the man up, and then up on top of 2 count. Armstrong comes out. Arm drag takedown.
He's holding on to it. Again, hard for Rey to put on pressure. He can hold Armstrong here for a while, but he's not going to hold him down long like that. But see, Rey Mysterio, he doesn't want the man to stay still. He wants movement. And Armstrong there thinking with the trap in the corner, stop the movement.
Not a bad move at all, a headbutt. As the arms were held back, and Scott Armstrong with a pretty darn good escape move that time. And a big forearm shiver into the chest. Now on the back between the shoulder blades. Scott Armstrong.
I tell you, Armstrong needs a victory bad, too. I mean, the curse has been affecting these guys. They're great on paper. Win-loss record isn't very impressive considering how good they are. And of course, Scott Armstrong loses to a smaller luchador. He's got to be embarrassed.
Well, I would say yes, but the case of Rey Mysterio Jr., I mean, here's a champion.
Getting a little cocky.
Scott's spent a lot of time in the gym, too, as well. You can see he's got a great physique as well.
That's the life of a wrestler. You work out, travel, wrestle, work out, travel, wrestle. That's it. Once in a while, there's a perk.
In the corner. And a chokehold. I'm not going to ask you about the perk.
Good.
And here's Nick Patrick in the face of Armstrong, and we're in the face of Rey Mysterio Jr. here.
I'm going to tell you, just using his size, this is outpowering Mysterio now. This is Rey's problem. I tell you, I've seen him survive many beatings.
And he goes, duck low, no, sunset flip. Only got a 1 count. Clubbed him on the back of the head. Armstrong came out, scoop slam.
Going up.
Boy, this is taking some time, too.
See, Mysterio is in good shape. He don't get tired. He springs back quick. He won't be riding a porcelain pony tonight.
Rey Mysterio's up on top. Hurricane from the top.
Oh, God! The curse lives on!
Scott Armstrong pounded the man quite well, but in the end, Rey Mysterio Jr. and that move of his, just too tough.
Yeah, I mean, Scott Armstrong just there sitting, but boy, just dumped him, picture perfect. And Armstrong lost that oxygen, Rey fell in, but he pulled the leg up, and again, another Armstrong curse lives on.
It's our Slim Jim replay. Snap into a Slim Jim. What you think of this? All right, here's a look at next week's program. WCW Worldwide Wrestling presents Luchador Atlantis making his debut.
Atlantis has risen from the sea. Gentlemen, Chris Adams from England.
And it's going to be Clothesline-O-Mania. Public Enemy next week on Worldwide Wrestling.
Oh, we're hitting the over.
You're not kidding. Bringing out the table and everything next week. You can better believe when they're in the house, there's a lot of things going down.
Through tables, walls, kitchen sinks.
Not kidding. Ultimo Dragon here. It's going to be a good matchup, Larry. Ultimo Dragon and Rey Mysterio Jr. know each other quite well.
Not bad entrance music.
I like
it. The blood going. You know, Rey Mysterio's going to come out. Maybe the smallest wrestler, but the biggest daredevil of them all.
Rey Mysterio Jr. can do literally anything in this sport. I mean, here's a guy who's taken on everyone. Big men, small men, cruiserweights, heavyweights. I really think Rey Mysterio Jr., if the scenario was right, could have the world title around his waist. That's how good he is.
That guy's happy. He's having fun.
Of course, as long as Goldberg has the world title, I'm not so sure if anyone's going to win it from him.
We're raising a different league. But I tell you, for the cruiserweights, pound for pound, Rey Mysterio is probably the biggest of them all.
Boy, the definition you can see on Rey Mysterio as well. Look at that upper body. He has certainly put in a lot of time in the gym. Diligent.
Well, he's got to use
workout regimen.
Yeah, he's got to use different, sources of, power. And for Rey Mysterio, it comes in the form of endurance and speed and the ability to squirm out of predicaments where, big men can't. And he does it well.
Wrist lock takedown, and boy, that's a great strategy. Keep Rey Mysterio Jr. on the mat.
Actually, both these guys, they both can fly, so this is going to be a great game of human chess.
Now the full-arm dragon twist now to keep Mysterio down on one knee. Do not forget, one more time, who will Goldberg's opponent be for Halloween Havoc? We're going to tell you next week on Worldwide here.
We're going to make you suffer this week.
Looks like Rey Mysterio's suffering right now.
Well, the Dragon knows I put the pressure on his shoulder. I'm surprised he left it up so easy. Not a hold you can beat somebody with, so the Dragon let him Let him have it. He wants to move around and try to get close to his shoulders. Oh, that's that head out.
Just what we really thought going into this matchup, that both men would try to wrestle and try to combat the other. And so far, what we thought would be a stalemate has happened here. Now, Rey, watch out here. Into the ropes, down low. Sends him in. Boy, Rey, so agile.
Well, he can fit between those ropes.
Sends him in. Back body drop. Whoa. Ducked out. Boy, the quickness coming through from both men here.
I'm saying, for that human game of chess, what an even matchup we have here. It's fun to watch. See who makes the first mistake. That's what I like to do.
Yeah, that's a very good point. A lot of times, two evenly matched men, two men who are fine, top-notch, top-drawer, top-shelf athletes. Cross-arm breaker here will they'll come down to a mistake. One mistake, and that could turn it all around. Cross-arm breaker still applied.
Well, he's going to keep him in there. You don't want the Dragon to go flying around and converse. Oh, he's going to sit down and small the back. There's a nice hold right there, but he may be too close to the rope. I can't tell from here.
Half grab out of that cross-arm breaker. That was a sensational escape from a cross-arm breaker by Ultimo Dragon.
These guys almost to the point of being extra cautious here. Neither one wants to make the first mistake.
Foot to the side of the head, and Dragon focusing on the leg, keeping Mysterio grounded here.
As he keeps that elbow by the knee right below it, picking up on the ankle, gives him all the leverage, but Rey's trying to pull back up underneath the nose, very painful. You can't reach it now. Keep your head out of the way.
Three-quarter Nelson to a snapmare takeover. And Dragon content here with just keeping him down on the mat.
Well, he's not making mistakes, and that's his game plan.
Textbook strategy applied by Ultimo Dragon. Scoop slam, lateral press. Two, he almost pinned him. How about that one?
I tell you, Mysterio's got the ability to squirm out of positions like a snake.
And you can see how the Dragon vainly trying to keep the man on the mat, but he could not.
He's trying to hold on to that same arm, weaken it, maintain control of Rey, but Rey's busted loose. That's what Mysterio needs. He needs the room to fly and move in.
Dragon sends him into a corner. Kicks him. Hooks it. Suplexes him.
Yeah, nice snap, too.
With authority, like every move we see from Ultimo Dragon. With authority. And he goes. He missed a clothesline. He missed another. Oh, my!
I don't believe he missed that.
Head scissors. Head scissors. Takeover. Two. Missing the clothesline. You talked about mistakes. That could have been the mistake right there.
Right now, it's down to the wire.
It can go either way.
Rey's letting loose now.
Rey Mysterio. Oh, the Dragon broke loose from that. Now the Dragon. Send him into the corner. They both lost a lot of steam here, Larry. They both slowed down a great deal.
The time will take its toll on your body, and Rey, got that shoulder up. Dragon didn't hold it down.
Watch out now. Reversal. Rey went in, but he caught him with a knee. Picks him up. Oh, what a move.
Just held right onto him.
He's going to go up top. Frankenstein to the top rope. It's outside
next week on Worldwide.
And here we go. These two guys didn't want to wait, Mike. Rey Mysterio Jr. and Juventud. We've had to keep them separated during the commercial timeout.
Even almost before the opening bell, you're right, the referee had to get between them. Johnny Boone separate them. Finally, to start the bell, I think just really to satisfy both wrestlers and get this match underway.
Here we go, collar and elbow tie-up. Oh, Juventud, a little shove, and you can see once again the tempers flaring here in the Worldwide Arena.
It's been well documented, the times that the two competitors, Juventud Guerrera and Rey Mysterio Jr., their paths have crossed on so many occasions, both in Mexico and in Japan, as well as in the United States for the past couple of years with World Championship Wrestling.
Still some heat between these two arising out of that Four Corners match from Nitro in Gainesville, Florida, when Rey Mysterio Jr. lost the cruiserweight strap to Psychosis. But he lost it, Mike, without ever being pinned.
Well, that's part of the deal when you agree to a title match in a Four Corners or Three Corners stipulation rules. You always have that possibility going in that you could lose the championship without the champion either being pinned or submitting, and that was the case when Psychosis, in what was realistically a marathon, it was a 20-plus minute match, and all four competitors, I think, really shown in that Four Corners matchup, and I think the WCW Executive Committee has to feel like the depth of the cruiserweight talent has never been stronger than it is right now. Psychosis as the reigning champion. When you look at challengers like Rey Mysterio Jr., Juventud Guerrera, Kidman, and even that next level of cruiserweights that's really working their way up to a championship match, and I'm talking about a Blitzkrieg and a Lash LaRue. That level of competitors as well really makes the cruiserweights among the deepest of all the divisions in World Championship Wrestling.
And let's not forget the new kid on the block, Mikey Whipwreck, turning some heads in the cruiserweight division. Rey Jr.
Oh.
High cross body. Nailed Juventud Guerrera. Did not hang on for the pin attempt. More damage. No. Reversal by Juventud. Flip out by Rey Mysterio Jr. Backdrop. Juventud onto the apron. Blocked the right hand. Oh, man. Hot shot across that top steel cable.
Oh, what a move by Ruby, taking the back of Mysterio's head, and that drive forward with Mysterio's throat going across that top rope. Oh, off the top with the springboard into a guillotine leg drop, and Juventud connects and at the same time landed on his tailbone.
And of course, what is Juventud doing?
This could be the Ruby elbow.
Oh, is that what it is? The Ruby elbow? Nobody does it better. Both of these men, hang on. Back press, hooks the leg, Juventud, no! 2 count on Rey Jr. Both of these men know the current cruiserweight champion very, very well. Many years spent south of the border in the Lucha Libre. Juventud Guerrera and Rey Mysterio Jr. want a shot at Psychosis.
I think it's no secret that I've been following the careers of Mysterio, Juventud Guerrera, and Psychosis well before they arrived in World Championship Wrestling. And I think that the sentiment was in the locker room that Psychosis on so many occasions was on the verge of winning the cruiserweight title. He just needed that one match, and it took place at Nitro recently, the Four Corners battle, and I really think that Psychosis now, with the confidence that he has the opportunity to separate himself from the rest of the cruiserweights, and he has that chance to do it with a long cruiserweight title reign, which has not been the case in the past.
Certainly not. I think Kidman, with a 4-month reign recently, the longest reigning cruiserweight champion in WCW, if not one of the longest. And Juventud Guerrera and Rey Mysterio Jr. both have tasted the cruiserweight gold before. They want it again.
Both men down. Referee Johnny Boone puts in the count. And you know that the executive committee is keeping an eye on this matchup to determine future title shots at Psychosis. Here's the cover.
Lateral press. Can he hang on? Is Rey out? No. 2 count. That was so very close. Rey Mysterio Jr. will put the tag team straps on the line with his partner Kidman coming up at Slamboree. 3-way dance for the World Tag Team strap. Rey Jr. and Kidman, Raven and Perry Saturn and the Horsemen, Chris Benoit and Dean Malenko. And once again, Mike, Rey Mysterio Jr., that man right there, could lose his belt without losing the match.
You can almost make a case for the question, didn't Rey Jr. learn the first time when he put the cruiserweight title at stake in a Four Corners bout, and he wasn't involved in the finish of the match yet lost the title? Well, that same scenario will be upcoming on May the 9th at Slamboree, brought to you by 10-10-220, when he and Kidman put the tag team belts at stake.
Juventud, reversal. Juventud hard into the rail. Step out. Tilt the world backbreaker from Rey Jr.
And you know, there have also been a lot of rumors around the locker room that there may be some friction between the tag team champions, between Kidman and Mysterio, even to the point recently where Rey Jr. confronted Kidman about not getting the proper backup, and Kidman told him, I can't watch your back 24/7.
Well, he certainly can't. How could he? Kidman was off an on sale somewhere, was late getting to the building on Nitro when Rey Jr. really needed him. Look at that head scissors takeover. Rey Mysterio Jr. back on top. And I gotta wonder if that friction will play into what's gonna happen at Slamboree, brought to you by 10-10-220 on May 9. Good leg moonsault. Rey Jr. lateral press hooks the leg. Go. Juventud somehow out at 2 and 9/10.
Frustration evident on the face of Mysterio. He thought that he had Juventud put away, and realistically, who would know his opponent better than these two men? They've been in so many battles through the years.
Vertical moonsault did not go. Juventud caught him in midair. Oh, look at that. It's a slap in the back. Oh, Rey Jr. sent him hard into the turnbuckle. Flip out escape out of the suplex. Hoovy driver attempt did not work. Escape by Rey Jr. Sets in for the pile driver, but I bet we go a different direction with these two. Attempted face jam by Juventud. Didn't work. That's the Hoovy driver.
How did he come up with that move? Just phenomenal. Juventud Guerrera able to hit the Hoovy driver after countering. Here's a cover.
He's got the leg hook. Can he hang on? No. Juventud. Oh, no. That is a mistake by Juventud. Just stood up out of the obvious pinfall attempt. He would have beaten Rey Jr., but Juventud wants to beat him with the Firebird, with the 450.
Even the referee, Johnny Boone, questioned why would Juventud Guerrera give an opportunity at a pinfall, and this may come back to haunt him because Mysterio just cut him off at the pass.
Rey Jr. playing a little bit of mind games with Juventud. Juventud out atop the turnbuckle. Rey Jr. follows it up top. Watch Rey. The runner from the top. Hooks the leg, and Juventud is done. One half of the World Tag Team Champions. Rey Mysterio Jr. wins it. What a contest over Juventud Guerrera.
And isn't it interesting that earlier we talked about how confidence would play into the future aspects of Psychosis' career. Maybe this time it was overconfidence on the part of Juventud that came back to bite him.
It's our 10-10-3-2-1 replay of the week. 10-10-3-2-1. Dial it and save 50% on calls over 10 minutes.
Juventud Guerrera and Rey Mysterio Jr., two of the top cruiserweights in the world today, showing their stuff on Worldwide. Mysterio with a tremendous move, float over, connecting with that ankle-type head scissors before he was able to snap off the Frankensteiner out of the corner and cover Juventud and score the 3 count. Rey Jr. gets the win in his cruiserweight contenders matchup.
Our 10-10-3-2-1 replay. Mike, thanks for joining us. I will rejoin the living legend in the studio when we come back on Worldwide.
WCW Worldwide, another exclusive matchup for you. Tag team competition on this new blood rising weekend. A couple of young men. That's Chris Harris. His tag team partner is Matt Stryker. And they are going to be going into the ring this week on Worldwide against 2 members of the Filthy Animals, Rey Mysterio Jr. and the Disco Inferno, Tony.
What an odd couple that is. Now, Rey Jr., we know, is hip, is cool, is Latino, but how do you fit the Disco Inferno in here?
He's, well, none of the above.
That's right.
What does Scott Hudson call him? Dim, shady?
The hip-hop Inferno.
Tigress leads the way. K-Dog as well. Konnan joins Rey Jr. and the Disco Inferno. What is the story with Rey Mysterio and those horns? And where do you get that goatee? Rey's been spending too much time in wardrobe and makeup lately.
So, yeah, someone, I guess, has fooled him, and that looks good, too. But maybe it's the devil in Rey Jr. just coming out, right?
Either that or they've shaved Tank Habit's goatee.
Yo, Rey. What's up?
Here's Dim Shady.
Yo, D.I. What's up?
Yo, Konnan! What's up?
Did you lose your voice there? Where my dogs at? Where they at?
They're all over the Worldwide Arena.
Whoopty whoop chicka what? Whoopty whoop chicka what? Yo, let me speak on this. Orale! Arriba la raza! Yo, Tigress, you like this shirt? Go ahead, feel. That's enough.
Yeah, that's enough.
Oh, that Disco's a goof, isn't he?
Orale!
Idiot.
Yes, tag team action this week on Worldwide, and as far as the tag teams in WCW are concerned, and now we are joined at the broadcast position by K-Dog himself, Konnan, and let's find out what Konnan thinks about the Filthy Animals, K-Dog, on the outside looking in this Sunday at New Blood Rising. 4 top tag teams from World Championship Wrestling are going to be vying for the World Tag titles. Chronic putting the belts on the line in that 4-way match, but the Filthy Animals are nowhere to be found.
Well, it doesn't matter. Like I've said before, this is Mexican strategy. We already have a game plan set, and I'm going to tell you right now, if we don't take that title at New Blood Rising, whoever has it, we're going to take it from the very next week. We're already talking with the Cat, and we're going to have a match set up for the very next week.
Now, this Mexican strategy that you talk about, the last time that you employed the so-called Mexican strategy, you had a chance to be in this match at New Blood Rising, and it didn't work out too well.
Mike Tenay, don't goad me, because you saw what happened with Scott Steiner. If you don't want that to happen again, you need to back off. You know what I'm saying?
I would do what he says, man.
Why all of a sudden do I have a bullseye on me?
Your breath is craculating. You need a breath mint or a lifesaver or something. I
just used mouthwash before I came out here. What are you talking about?
I think I actually saw your teeth duck before your breath came out. I mean, I might have. Let me move over here, Tony.
Konnan, I have another question for you. Watch, here's a cover. You guys are cool. There's no doubt about that.
That's right.
But how in the world do you justify having that Disco Inferno come to the ring with you?
Boy, great question.
Disco Inferno's a new tush to kiss. He's a hip-hop Inferno, the double HI. He's a man with the plan. Right now, what you're seeing is Disco is toying with these guys. We're practicing for New Blood Rising. We're going to come out on top.
What?
Disco's a cool guy. You just haven't hung out with him enough.
Practicing for New Blood Rising and come out on top. You're not even on the card.
Well, you never know what might happen.
That's right. You don't know if they're going to show up or not.
WCW, you never know what might happen. Somebody might get hurt before they get into the ring. What would happen then? We might need a substitution.
Sounds like Mexican strategy to me.
That's right.
Young Matt Stryker, hook of the leg, and gets a 2 count on Disco Inferno. Matt Stryker, Chris Harris in this tag match. Stryker from the Les Thatcher Heartland Wrestling promotion heads to the top. That's a beautifully done moonsault, except for one thing. No Disco Inferno on the receiving end.
That's right. We're a lot smarter than these guys. We got more pizzazz, more charisma, more ability, more everything. They're outclassed.
What is the story with Ray and the devil horns and the goatee?
He's a devilish guy. You know how it is. I mean,
what Tigress says.
That's right.
Chris Harris puts on the brakes. Disco able to catch him off guard.
Facebuster.
Directed into the canvas by Ray Jr. Now the double team by the Filthy Animals. The hip-hop Inferno sets him up in the corner. And
here's a Bronco Buster. Here's a stocking stuffer. Boom, 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 boom. He won't soon forget that.
Now where? To the other side of the ring.
Boom,
and
boom,
another stocking stuffer from Matt Stryker.
And it ain't even Christmas yet. We're in a giving mood.
Christmas in August with the Filthy Animals.
You never know what to expect. And like I said before, Tony, what would happen if Gingerbread and O'Hare were hurt in the dressing room? What would happen if Columbo and Stasiak, I don't know, missed their flight for some reason, and maybe we had to take their place?
I think if any team would have to take their place, it would be you guys.
Yeah.
You guys
we would have no choice. We'd have to.
Well-placed leg drop by Ray Jr. and the ensuing 3 count.
And that is Mexican strategy, Tony Schiavone and Mike Tenay.
I agree with
Don't count your chickens before their hats. We're going to take that title. It's been your pleasure.
Rey Mysterio, he lived big when we came back.
Will they be a part of New Blood Rising? Let's send it back to the studio. Scott Hudson's going to run down the entire event for us. Welcome back, everyone, to another exclusive matchup on WCW Worldwide. Yes, New Blood Rising is great. WCW's initial invasion of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. But next up, September the 17th, The September pay-per-view tradition, Fall Brawl, WCW headed back to Buffalo, New York. It should be great, Tony.
Buffalo, New York, one of our great towns, one of the great sports entertainment towns in the entire world, Mike. Legendary performers in and around the Buffalo area. It'll be great being back in Buffalo.
And we have really been looking forward to this six-man tag team matchup. The Filthy Animals already in the ring, and we understand that in this six-man tag matchup, they will be represented by that man, Rey Mysterio Jr., as well as Juventud Guerrera and the hip-hop Inferno.
What's up? What's up? Everybody knows there's action, but there's no action like the Juice's action. Non-stop action. Where my dogs at? Where they at? Whoop-de-whoop, jigga what? Whoop-de-whoop, jigga what? Yo, Tigress, you like this cloudy shirt? Go ahead, feel. That's enough. Yeah, that's enough. Now, yo, we got a match against the Young Dragons. You boys think you got tight game? You boys are soft. You ain't like the Filthy Animals. Because you don't got it like that. So, yo, let me speak on this. Órale! Arriba la raza! Word to your mother.
There's no one less cool in sports entertainment than the Disco Inferno. Word to your mother.
Word to your mother.
This should be an incredible high-flying, high-risk, all-out aerial assault in terms of six-man tag team competition, because the Filthy Animals, and I understand now we are going to be joined, what a treat this is going to be, here at the broadcast position by Konnan, K-Dog making his way here to the table. Filthy Animals to go 3-on-3 with Kaz, Yang, and Jamie-san, the Young Dragons. And now K-Dog has joined us. Konnan, I think the Filthy Animals are certainly going to be put to the test in this six-man tag against the Dragons.
Whoop-de-whoop, jigga what? Yeah, well, you know what? Usually I come out here and I pay none of these tag teams any respect. But, you know, the Young Dragons, they got that Mexican-Japanese high-flying style, which I like. So this should be a good match. And plus, you got to remember, you got the originators of high-flying, you know, Rey Mysterio and Juventud Guerrera.
Yes, two of the men who have perfected the high-risk moves. And how about that Jamie-san off the powerbomb attempt? A 2 count almost put away Rey Jr. in the opening minute of this match, K-Dog.
Yo, I'm going to give these guys a lot of respect. They're out there trying to prove that they're the best in the tag team division. But it don't matter who's out here now, Jindrak and O'Hare or the Chronic or whoever's out here. We got the most experience, you know, besides the Steiners and Harlem Heat, who are no longer a tag team. Nobody's been together as long as Hoovy and Ray or me and Ray or Hoovy or Disco.
And remember the perfect event as well, as we see the bridging attempt at a pin by Jamie-san and another 2 count on Rey Mysterio Jr. Konnan, almost unprecedented, the depth of the tag teams currently active here in World Championship Wrestling.
Well, you got a lot of guys gunning out there. They want to be the best, but you know, you're looking at the best right now. When you got Rey Mysterio, Juventud, Disco, or K-Dog, any combination, you know, we got experience. We've traveled around the world. We know all three styles, the Japanese, Mexican, and American. So when they go out there, they take their game to another level. But yeah, I have to agree with that. The tag team situation right now is the best it's been in years.
Beautiful move by Juventud Guerrera, the youth warrior, snapping off that flying head scissors, but immediately follows up on the attack. Out of the corner, Mount just raining down those right hands to the side of the head.
And that Hoovy shake. Look at Hoovy. He's charismatic. These boys got no charisma. You know, they're flat-footed. They've never fought against stars like us.
Oh!
You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, Tony, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I want to tell you. Oh, what a move that was.
I want to say something, Tony. Allow me to interject.
Go ahead.
Beautiful hurracarrana. And I know that you almost got choked out by Scott Steiner because of that. But I'm sorry about that, Tony. But let me give you guys some historical data.
Tony.
Mike. Let me give you some historical data here.
Okay.
The reason it's called an hurracarana is because Hurricane Ramirez, a famous masked wrestler in 1940, innovated this move, and I don't even think Scott Steiner was around.
In 1940, I don't believe so. But I'll make sure that you tell him that the next time that he's upset. And from here on out, if you don't mind, I'm going to call it a Frankensteiner.
Hurracarana.
Hurracarana.
There you go.
Which means, Mike, you've been mispronouncing all along.
That's Hurracarana, is that what he's been saying?
Something like that. Well, you're not Latin, so you don't
that's
roll
right.
you don't roll your R's
Right,
like
exactly.
you do.
Tony's a quick learner. I usually don't like you, Tony. What I like about you today is you took a tic-tac. I don't got to take that crappy lady breath again. The people love disco. Do you hear this?
Oh, do they
Disco,
love disco?
they're saying disco equals good luck. That's, I mean, look at him.
Is that what it was?
That's
I
what
wasn't exactly sure what they were chanting. I didn't think that's what it
Beautiful
was.
reverse kick. I don't know who that was.
That was Yang.
Yang? Look at that.
Baseball slide into a head scissors by Rey Jr. Phenomenal.
Yeah. All out action, and that's what we love. Like the Juice said, all out, non-stop, juicy action.
Now look at this.
Nice.
Out of the playbook of the Ultimo Dragon, the Acai moonsault. Took two men out. Now Juventud up top.
There you go.
Springboard off the top.
Beautiful cause, Mike Tenay.
Jamison left in the ring.
Quit saying what
He's
you're
going to go to the springboarding. Somersault flip
There
off
you
the
go.
top of the
Oh,
springboard.
my goodness.
This is the type of action that people want from the young guys. This is the type of action that we're giving them, and that's why WCW's #1.
This is what new blood is all about
That's right.
in World Championship Wrestling.
That's right.
Getting that opportunity to shine and then taking advantage of
Right.
it.
You ain't going to find it from the old guys or the traveling wax museum, as I call it.
Traveling.
We both had to repeat that one.
Traveling Wax Museum. Good call.
Nice. Nice step over.
Oh, look at that teamwork.
Nice.
Missile drop kick off the top. Even Konnan has to appreciate
I ain't
that.
gonna hate on these boys. They're doing the best they can. Beautiful DDT.
Whoa. Caught him out of
Almost
nowhere with it.
decapitated him. Between that move and the one Chronic did on him, I'm surprised he's still around.
He may not be. After that last DDT.
Are you all right, DI? That's the Disco Inferno.
DI, I understand.
Yeah, okay.
I thought he was the hip-hop Inferno.
Right now, he's looking like the Disco Inferno, but he'll come back. There he is. Look, he already reversed it.
Ray
Boom.
Jr. from
Great
outside.
teamwork.
Tripping up Yang.
Nice springboard leg drop.
Oh, to the back.
You love the
Beautifully
accessories
executed.
that Ray is wearing. The Lennon
Two
Van
and
Dyke and the horns.
The Lennon Van Dyke and the horns,
Yeah.
and he can still go, and they don't fall
Yeah,
off.
boom.
spin kick takes down Disco. Kaz in the middle of the ring. Oh, on the receiving end of that great pinning attempt, and only two. Jamison in to break it up.
What a great match.
They've turned him loose here on
Nice.
Worldwide, and they've not disappointed us. What a six-man tag this has been. Juventud just sends Jamison out to the floor.
You knew it would be, guys. You knew when these 6 men went at it, anything would go.
Kaz breaks through the double team attempt from Ray and Hoovy.
Is that a Three Stooges spot?
It came right out of the Stooges playbook.
I do believe it was.
And now he's going to send his own tag partner, Kaz, in.
Nice
Oh,
move.
Mysterio elevates him to the floor. Bodies everywhere, all over the Worldwide arena. Yang on the receiving end of
Nice,
that.
there you go. The Chart Buster.
The last dance, the chart buster, whatever Disco
Come on,
wants
Disco.
to call it.
Come on. Here comes Ray. Uh-oh.
Ray to the top.
Uh-oh. Look at the people. They love it. Come on, Ray. Let him have it. Ooh, bang! That's all she wrote, baby. Count him.
Cut him
2,
with the leg drop,
3,
and there's the
4.
3
It's
count.
all over. All the tag teams, be advised, we got more experience, more charisma, and we're definitely damn better looking.
The Filthy Animals and the Young Dragons tear it up this week on WCW Worldwide. We want to thank Konnan for joining us at the broadcast table. So many great moves in that match. Who's going to pick what's on the replay, Tony? One thing I know, this is our 1-800-COLLECT replay.
Well, 1-800-COLLECT will enjoy this. Here's the Chart Buster, Last Dance, whatever you want to call it. We're still wondering why the Disco Infernos are part of this real cool group, but we know why Rey Mysterio and Hoovy are a part of it. Take a look at this. This is just one sensational move after another, and then that was the finale. Your winners, the Filthy Animals, in this 6-man tag.
This replay brought to you by 1-800-COLLECT. It's the easy way to save, and we will be back with more right after this. Welcome back, everyone. World Tag Team title matchup. The championship belts are on the line this week on WCW Worldwide. And here comes a team by the name of 3 Count. The Tony, well, they've impressed some people with their singing, but they've certainly impressed me much more with their in-ring wrestling ability. And they get a shot at the Filthy Animals and the tag team belts.
They told Gene Okerlund earlier in this telecast that they flipped a gold record to see who the 2 men will be going in the ring for the World Tag Team title. What about the problems they're having with Tank Abbott? Tank Abbott apparently fancies himself as a stinger as well, and now the alliance that was Tank Abbott and 3 Count has split completely up.
Yeah, that grouping of Tank Abbott with 3 count is a thing of the past. It's history. And here come the World Tag Team Champions, the Filthy Animals, to be represented in ring by Rey Mysterio Jr. and the Youth Warrior Juventud Guerrera, accompanied by the outrageously lovely Tigress. And I even hear that K-Dog, Konnan, is once again going to join us here at the broadcast position. And I know that you love it when Konnan is here to give us words of wisdom about the luchadors, about the Filthy Animals.
It's always great to have Konnan on the stick with us. Always adds something very colorful, insightful into the matches. And the World Tag Team Champions, I want to tell you right now, I got to be honest with you, Juventud and Rey Jr. looking better than ever.
Hey, well, you know, I'm glad to be back here. You know, Tony and Mike, and yeah, you know, when they're at 100%, they're probably the best. And you got to remember, Rey and Juvi's been the lightweight champion in Mexico, the welterweight champion, tag champion with his father, Chavo Guerrero. Rey's been the lightweight champion, the welterweight tag champion with me, and trio champion. So there's a wealth of experience on their side.
And of course, right here in World Championship Wrestling, both Rey Mysterio Jr. and Juventud Guerrera with multiple reigns as the WCW Cruiserweight title holder.
Yeah, so anything, I think, if, you know, 3 count, which has a very good team and a style similar to Rey and Juvi's, if anything, this is a learning process for them, and they could very well come out with a victory here.
Well, you're talking about that experience edge going to your group, the Filthy Animals, because they have all of that title match experience under their belt, something that 3 count really has not had the chance to have.
Right, and as you know, there's no substitute for experience, but more than anything, what we're going to see in this match is a lot of creative moves, like right there, you know, just a lot of enthusiasm, and just 4 guys who are bringing wrestling, especially high-flying wrestling, to the next level.
Of course, it's easier to sing the praise of the Filthy Animals when Disco's not out here as well.
Yeah, that's a bonus.
That is a bonus.
Well, you know, like I said before, somebody's got to pay for our taxis and for our costumes, and Disco's the man.
Oh. Double team move by Shannon Moore and Shane Helms on Rey Mysterio Jr. as Shane Helms goes to celebrate.
And beautiful reverse neck breaker off the shoulder, which is an innovative move which these guys came up with.
And it may have been that inexperience when he went to celebrate instead of going for the pin on Rey Jr. that hurt him.
Well, that's youth and enthusiasm. You know, when you do a big move like that, you hear the crowd pop, you get happy, and you forget about, you know, covering the man. Mysterio
ducks the clothesline. Helms takes him instead. A boot to the midsection, then connects with a power bomb. Wow. Here's the double team moves. Shannon Moore airborne. And again, Shannon Moore quickly back out to the ring apron. Helms for the cover, and here comes Juvi in to break things up.
I think one of the problems that we have had is that we've been injured so much this year because of the high-flying nature of our matches. Juvi with the elbow operation, myself with the tricep operation, Rey with his third knee operation. Right. Of course, you see out here Evan, who dislocated his ankle. That's the price you pay for this high-flying style, but look at the people, they love it.
Super springboard, that time into the drop kick by Juventud Guerrera, who goes to the corner mount, raining down those right hands into the side of the head of Shane Helms. Also, don't forget the distraction factor that the Animals have with the lovely Tigress at ringside.
Of course, that's always going to be something that you got to look out for, but Evan's out here too, so, you know, it's equal game right now. Nice.
Somehow, I think we'd be distracted more by Tigress.
Oh, definitely.
Who would not?
It's part of that Mexican strategy, isn't it?
Definitely. But, Tony, let me ask you a question. Do you think that right now you see a lot of guys who are over 200, 250 pounds trying to emulate some of the stuff Juvi and Rey does?
Sure, you see a lot of that, but obviously they can't do it as well as these 2 guys can. I mean, there's no question that yourself, that Juventud, that Rey Mysterio brought a brand new dimension into WCW in the mid-90s when you came in here and really turned us around.
Right, and I think it's changed the face of wrestling forever.
It really has.
It really did. It turned the whole world of sports entertainment around with high-risk inventive moves, just like that one. Juventud went to use the back of Rey Mysterio for a springboard, but he was cut off by Helms, and then Moore connected from the top.
He did the air Juvi and got caught in midair, and that just shows that 3 count's been studying the tapes.
That's exactly right.
Outside on the arena floor, Evan Courageous just sent Mysterio into the safety rail. And now gets ready to... there's a great equalizer.
Don't get in her face.
She's been at the power plant training.
And certainly not afraid to get physically involved. However, double team move by the other members of 3 count with the suplex by Moore and Helms.
Into a backbreaker, very innovative.
Cover, 2, and... Juvi got the shoulder up.
Very nonchalant cover. I think they know better than that.
maybe a little too cocky and a little too confident for their own good.
Definitely.
3 count has to keep in mind that the World Tag Team titles are at stake in this match. Double team move now with Juventud. Able to avoid Shannon Moore, and then problems with 3 count between Moore and Helms. That time they had communication difficulties. Oh, great spin kick by Juventud.
He got off face on that. Now Rey's getting the crowd into it, and that's going to be hard to beat now, because once Rey and Juvi are motivated, there's no better 2 in the ring.
Important to get the fresh man into the battle.
There he goes,
That's exactly
springboard.
what they did.
Boom.
Springboard into a cross body by Rey Mysterio Jr. Both Moore and Helms are down. Able to duck the first clothesline. Up into the air. Oh my goodness. Shane stopped the momentum of Mysterio. Great powerbomb variation. Now it's up to Shannon Moore. Look at this fake by Mysterio. Problems, however, 3 count. Uh-oh, up and over the top. Great elevation by Mysterio.
Nice.
Well, Shane Helms is in trouble in the
Bronco
corner.
Buster. From the Bronco Buster.
Tigress
Come on, give it to him.
do the good.
Step to the face. Step to the face. Step to the face. Step to the face. He just got stuffed.
He just got stuffed. You can't top that description.
No, that's pretty accurate.
Now it's up to Juvi. Up to his shoulder.
Oh!
Whoa.
Nice.
Took him down, face and chest first to the mat.
How could anybody get up from that?
And now Rey Mysterio out to the ring apron. Quickly up to the top rope. K-Dog, where's he headed?
He's to the groin. He'll be sore for a while. Boom. That's it. That
Off
should
the
be
leg
it.
drop, 2,
3.
and they keep the titles. The Animals remain WCW World Tag Team title holders.
But I predict these guys will be tag team champions one day, and look at Evans paying the price for sticking his nose in there again. We're on a roll right now.
You are on a roll, there's no question, K-Dog. Good to see you here with us.
Oh yeah, the Filthy Animals on a roll with the World Tag Team Championship belts. When we return, more exciting action on Worldwide.
And welcome back, everyone. You know, it's been true for years in sports entertainment. There's strength in numbers, and the factions continue to grow in WCW. Stevie, settle down. I mean, I know you like this music. Hey, man. You see Stevie Ray rocking out to 3 count, Tony?
3 count is the closest thing to NSYNC right now, baby. You got to know that.
Oh, Tony, I'm sure you can shed some light on that being such a big NSYNC mark. If my daughter heard you say it, Stevie, she'd come over here and jack slap you right now.
Hey, wait a minute, bro.
Lori Beth would do that to Stevie Ray?
You cannot say NSYNC and 3 count in the same breath.
Hey, man, what you been teaching your daughter, Tony? That falls back on the parents as far as I'm concerned.
Ask her mom.
My daughter, on the other hand, Alana, she loves 3 count.
Wow.
She loves it. I took her to a Backstreet Boys concert. She said, Daddy, that was good. But they ain't no 3 count. Now, can you dig it?
Hey, she was right about that.
Yeah, they ain't no 3 count. Look at that at ringside. That is Rey Mysterio Jr.'s son, Dominic.
Oh, yeah.
Offering well wishes to Ray in this 6-man tag team matchup involving 2 of those factions that we spoke about earlier. It's 3 count against the Filthy Animals, and they're going to send Rey Jr., Juventud Guerrera, and K-Dog Konnan into action in this battle.
Now, has Konnan been cleared to wrestle?
Yeah, I believe he has. Finally.
After his surgery.
Sure.
Something else we got to say, too, that this is one of the few times we've seen Juventud Guerrera perform since he went down on a recent edition of Thunder and hurt his knee. So
I think he hyperextended his knee, Tony.
Yeah, fortunately it was, as you mentioned, just a hyperextension. Just a sprain of that right knee that was suffered by Juventud Guerrera. But the world saw it, and one has to wonder if 3 count is going to take advantage of a situation like that, Stevie.
I think we got to give him right now. Hey, that's here we go.
Maybe
we got to give him right now. Look at the speed on Juventud Guerrera.
The Animals send Juvi out to start this match.
Smacking him out.
The open hand slap to Sugar Shane's face. Ringing off the the rope comes the Juice, takes him down with his shoulder block. Oh, leapfrog by Sugar Shane Helm.
Right hand over the top.
Almost took his head off at the clothesline. Hooving's been able to avoid it, and then snaps off the head scissors.
And he does Evan Courageous from behind.
Oh, and it was from behind, and he just leveled him with the lariat. Oh,
Rey Mysterio from behind.
Evened it up, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh.
Shannon Moore in, and there's a rolling clothesline for Shannon Moore from the K-Dog.
Looks like a train wreck again, guys.
Bodies all over the ring to the corner. Shannon Moore. Oh, come on! Did you see that?
Man!
Konnan just elevated Shannon Moore over the top. Tossing all the way to the concrete floor and follows up the advantage right out here in front of the broadcast position, putting the boot switch. Look at the action in the ring.
It's a wonder he didn't break his leg on the outside.
It's a wonder he didn't end up in the second row, Tony.
Double kick from Hoovy and Ray. There goes Hoovy up, slingshot into a cross body block. There goes Mysterio. Airborne with the flip up and over the top, crashing down, and the filthy animals are in control.
Here comes Konnan.
Meanwhile, in the ring, the float over by Konnan. Maybe they got him inspired tonight. Boot to the moon. And he dropped him on his head with a DDT.
You know, so many times we sing the praise of Ray and Hoovy and their high-flying
What is
tactics.
this?
But Konnan showed us something to try. Look at...
Oh, he had him full Nelson, and Rey Mysterio off the top of the diving headbutt to the midsection. Now it's Mysterio and Shannon Moore. Quick move by Ray. Oh, look how he walked right into that back kick.
He's taking too much. He's going to pick up the offense right now. Shannon Moore's a hell of a wrestler, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, everyone in this ring, I think you can say that about all the members of 3 Count, whether you like their music or not.
Well, I like the music.
Face jam by Ray, springing off the rope, driving Moore face first to the canvas.
I got to know one thing, Mike.
Sucker's got to know what?
Sucker's got to know this. Where is Evan Courageous? I haven't seen him do nothing in this whole match.
Well, he's getting involved now, and he just helped lay Rey Mysterio Jr. out with a triple team. Referee Robinson down for the count. Hoovy in to break it up at 2.
Well, why don't they tag Evan Courageous in? He's probably the freshest man in the ring right now.
Well, Shannon Moore says he's going to be able to do it himself, and with the leg extended behind the back of Mysterio, he drives him face first to that and now turns things over, but not to Evan Courageous.
There we go again. It seems like sometimes Evan Courageous does not want to get involved in the action with his 2 partners sometimes. He just wants to lead these songs and not do anything. What's up on that, Tony and Mike?
I agree with that. A lot of times he just wants to sing and let the other 2 guys take care of our business.
Yep. And they do it very well.
Taking care of business at this point. Sugar Shane Helm sending Mysterio just first diagonal.
Yes.
And it's tremendous. The super kick stopped Mysterio in his tracks.
Why are they saying USA?
No, I don't think that has anything to do with USA. I think they're derisively chanting for 3 count.
Derisively, huh?
You like that, huh?
I love it. Oh, good move.
Double team move here by 3 count.
Oh, leg drop by Sugar Shane Helm.
And Hoovy able to break it up as well. Now Moore sends Konnan down. Hey, look at this. Evan Courageous with the elbow drop off the top, but immediately gets back out to the ring.
When the man is beat up down and can't do anything. Yeah, he comes off like a big coward.
He is starting to make sense, isn't it?
Hey, I make sense all the time.
I mean,
and Mike.
He just doesn't like Evan Courageous.
No, I like Evan Courageous, but hey, man, you got to hold up your part.
Mysterio ducks the clothesline. And
big move by Evan.
That was reversed 2 or 3 times before the spine buster by Evan Courageous takes down Ray Jr. and then a cheap shot for Konnan.
Look at Evan go.
Look
at him go now.
Lit a fire under Evan Courageous.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if he's hurt.
He didn't hear me, baby. He was waiting for the right time and took the right moment to get on the smallest guy in the ring. That's what he was doing.
To the corner goes Mysterio. Able to get the boot up. And then
big power slam.
Power slam by Courageous. Doesn't go for the pin, and I'm surprised, guys.
He's doing a lot of trash talking in there as well. And you're right. I think this is a big mistake. I think he should at least try to get the 3. You never know. You may win it that quickly.
Turns things over now to Sugar Shane.
Why are they rooting USA?
It's because we're in the USA. They're happy. They're proud.
Oh, okay.
Double clothesline. Mysterio avoids contact. But he comes back, he's powerbomb, but he takes down that at the same time, and there goes Courageous.
He wasn't even work close with that move.
Nothing but canvas. Konnan asking, begging for the tag. Can Ray Jr. get to the corner?
They got to stop it.
There's a hot tag for Konnan.
Do it, Konnan. House bomb, baby, off the rope, double clothesline. Look at the big man go. Oh, man. Look out.
Missile drop kick off the top by Juventud.
Clothesline over the top by Konnan.
There's a clothesline from Juvi. Now they're going to concentrate their efforts on Shannon Moore. To the ropes. Konnan takes him up. Oh, with an assist from Juventud, they drive in face first to the mat. And now, they're going to make a win. They're going to make a win.
Hey, I like those britches that Juvi has on.
They are colorful, and stick to the leg by
I've seen
Ray.
a bull like that in Texas.
Got him.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
match. You got to give it to him. That was a great match.
It certainly was. They tear down the house on WCW Worldwide. Whoever put that match together, hats off and congratulations.
Get a shot of them britches.
What a tremendous shot and what a tremendous win for the Filthy Animals. But 3 count looks great in defeat. And Tony, this is
Look at Juvi. Oh, yeah.
maximum life replay taken.
Britches and all, over goes Juvi, and then goes Ray over the top, and then look at that. Oh. That's it. 1,
Shannon Moore.
2,
down and out.
3.
And that was our Valvoline Maximum Life Replay, the first motor oil formulated for higher mileage engines. More worldwide after this timeout.